So turns out that I forgot to I actually forgot to, well, before I even started, let me just first of all welcome myself, because I suspect it's going to be a lone stream. I doubt anybody's going to join me for the stream, but at any rate, I'll just welcome myself. Then most importantly, I just want to just say that the entirety of the stream is just for me to work on the mobile responsiveness of let's put this on Twitter. Darren, what is going to joining? And also it's like bloody impromptu, so I don't expect anyone to actually show up or come. Oh, I forgot. My VPN needs to be on for this to happen. Thank you. Give it a shot. I like Twitter's UI. It's as intuitive as it gets, literally. Anyways, so like I was saying, like it just suddenly occurred to me that I know you've done the mobile version, the mobile view. That's how it's going to look on mobile. So I think this entire stream is just targeted at doing just about that. So first thing I want to do is I want to get this and like put it in here just to see how that's going to work. Let me center it. I am not 100% confident that this thing is like, because they're going to be like lots of creative considerations that need to go into this, right? So what I want to do is I just want to like lay out like a basic grid, nothing too complex, just something really simple. I can always check for consistency later on, but this is just to like get the ground, hit the ground running. So let me just put the basics in there. I'll put the logo. Nice. And then what else do I want to do? There's definitely going to be like some kind of navigation somewhere. So let me see how I can take. Let me see how I can take all of this. Let me see how I can take all of this and then move it here and have it work one way or the other. Because I don't know how that's going to look like. It's probably going to be a miracle at the end of the day. But let's just see how that pans out. See how that pans out. So it turns out I didn't even group most of these things to my detriment. So let me select them. Yeah. What other thing am I missing? Okay, that's an image of him. Let me group this. And then let me take this and drop it here. All right, so it's already, you can see like I'm already having problems. So what I'm going to do is I probably need to scale this down. And then lower it. Yeah, I think, yeah, this should do the trick. Basically just lower it. Okay, so now that we have all of that, then I think we can, do we need these guys? I can't see for sure. I know that these arrows are going to be useless at this point. So, but maybe let me just see if I can do something with some of these circles and see if they might work out one way or the other. I kind of doubt it. I look greedy for the front-end person that's going to be working on this. Low-key grieve because, let's be honest, it's what they are paid for. It's what they're paid to do, man. Come on, go figure that stuff out by yourself, man. Don't be whiny. All right, so I think it's time for me to then take our brother here. This guy looks like an Uche. Like, no offense, but he looks like someone that you'd actually call Uche, and then everyone would be cool with that. And it's a pretty dope name, Uche. Very short, very straight to the point. Like you can't even miss it even if you wanted to. And it's easy to remember. Uche. I used to have a friend in secondary school who went by that name, and we used to call him Chinese because he did look like he actually did look. He was light in complexion, although he's no longer has that complexion anymore. But he was light in complexion, and he had some Asian attributes that basically made him to earn the name. And once we gave him that name, he just rode with it, man. And he was a really, really cool guy. Really cool, very, very, very intelligent. The last time I saw him, I was at InterSwitch at the time, and and we just spoke, and he was doing well. I was really, really happy to see that Uche was doing well, because he had been through his own fair share of life, so to speak. But Uche was doing okay, and Uche was doing quite okay, and that basically made me happy. Do it your way. So I'm thinking this will probably be, I'll probably end it there. Right there. So let me see. Now, one of the challenges I always had, or always foresaw myself having, was the legibility of this text. And it was for good reason. Reason being, good. That problem has come to bite me. We needed to make it, so that's the purpose of this shadow at the back here, so that the text could actually stand out. Well, as you can see, the shadow is beginning to extend beyond the image, and I don't want that. So I'm just going to make some small changes. So I'll shift this way, and I'll shift this way. So in a way, the text retains its fidelity. Oh, brilliant. In a way, the text retains its fidelity and legibility, most importantly. So I think so far so good, actually. Oh yeah, I forgot. So remember we had lines, and I think those lines were embedded inside. I really don't want to lose sight of those lines. I would have loved for those lines to actually continue into the main page design, but for some reason that is beyond me, I just let those lines, to stay. Okay. So I think I just need to push these. Oh, okay. I see what the problem is. This is an ellipse and it's not supposed to be. There we go. There we go. Background lines. Yeah, it's looking. So I'll just lock it and keep it there for now. Check my phone to be sure that I am not designing a camel. So I do that by checking on Figma mirror. And sometimes I just feel that maybe, just maybe, a designer camel. Oh boy. Not bad. Not bad, to be honest. It's actually coming off. It seems to be coming out way okay. It's coming out good on my phone. Maybe what I could do to, like, oh no, why is this? Okay, let me lock this first. Okay, I should probably unlock it because this guy is wide. Yes, much better. So I will lock it back, and so that I can draw this one a little lower. Excellent. Man, it looks emphatic on my phone. Looks very, very emphatic. So so maybe what I want to do is I want to bring this get started button here. Of course, it's going to be bigger. It has to be bigger. Otherwise, Moody will kill me. So I'll make it as long as possible. I'll make it as tall as possible. Maybe even like, I'll probably even go and do the 64 thing. Center, vertical center. Definitely it has to be way bigger than this 14 I'm putting. So maybe like a good 20. Yeah, 20 does the job. I also need to make this. Excellent. Freedom to do your way, get started. I would have really loved a scenario where this clipped here. Oh, no. Wait, hold up. Okay, I see what the problem is. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to group all of this so that this, well, I'd love to actually have this here, And if that's the case, let me see what becomes of this text and the shadow beneath it. I think I should even group it so that they all move together. When they all move together. Freedom to do your way. So pushing it down, what does that do for me? Yeah, it's not bad. It's bold. It's quite bold. Maybe I should reduce this just slightly. It's also not in the middle. There we go. I should probably just reduce this a little bit. Do I? Man, not really. Well, let me reduce Uche just a bit. Just a little bit so that it doesn't become, yeah, perfect. Uche is perfect. All right. I don't know. Maybe I should bring him up a bit. Looks okay. Yeah, this looks good. Freedom to do your way. Get started. Excellent. We have something. All right, let me try to reduce the opacity of this guy a little bit. This is to like 44, 45. Still legible. Still legible. Because we're trying to basically trick the eyes into believing that this text is legible on him. Because on a normal day, if I took this out, if I took out that rectangle, you won't be able to see it. But if I slap it back on, you'd see it, and you'd see a lot clearly. Now I'm tempted also to add a glow. Very, very tempted to add a glow. Let me see. I'll just blow it out of proportion and see where that takes me. I'll push this down just a little bit, and then I'll just reduce the opacity right here. She has this really soft, shadowy touch-ish. Now, it would look like I'm basically creating an entirely different experience, and it's possible for you to do that and get away with it. What you're aiming for is consistency, right? Not necessarily sameness, consistency. All right, so I think we have this. Since it's on mobile, people don't necessarily need to swipe, so like we have here. So this can change by itself. Then we can take this. We have all of this, blah, 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 blah. What do we have? Join over 17 million. Oh my God. Look at this money. Look at the number of people don't what is it who use Paga. So what I can do is I can just reduce the size of this to say 40. Oh boy, that doesn't do much for me. But yeah, let me see what happens at 50. Fairly okay, if you ask me. So let me work this back to like 50 and then align this to the middle. All right. So that works well. So I'll take these guys and then just, oh boy, I didn't group it with this. So let me do that. So I'll take these guys and I'll just drop them here since, you know, the text is basically consistent and the text is actually legible. And it actually drops quite well. Too well even. Too well. Because I'm looking at it now and it looks perfect on my phone. Yeah, okay, this is good. This is also good. I can worry about the spacing later. Let me just get everything, you know, let me just get everything in place. Put this now in here. And then I'll just duplicate and put this down here. And then I'll just duplicate. Okay. All right. So so what am I doing? I believe I'm still on the clock on this one. All right, so join. All right, cool. So let's make sure that, you know, it's properly spaced. This is 6. They're all pretty much in the middle. So 93. So let's just do it like it's 30, 80. 80 seems fine. 80 seems fine. All right, so looking good, looking sharp. Yeah. Looking good and sharp. Not too shabby, to be honest. Okay, so maybe what we can do is we can probably, I don't know. All right, so I want to push this setup a little upwards. No, not just him. It's not just him. My father. So this guy is here. That's good. This guy. All right, so maybe I can group all of this. No, minus the logo. I want to move all these people upwards. Wait. Excellent. No. So I want to move these guys a little upwards, a lot closer to the logo. And I'll move this upwards as well. And the reason for all this upward movement is just so that I can have this keep a little bit on my screen. And the reason why that's important is so that the user has an inkling that they can actually scroll. I think this is a little too close. All right, let's keep that there. That seems like a good. And I'll push this up a little bit. Good. All right, so we're done with that. I think looking at this design here, I think I want a breaking point because the flow from all of this and then being slapped with this. So I think what I can do is I will group these and I'll group these and I'll have them swap. I'll have them swap. Then this can come a little lower. I think that's what I want to do. So immediately after you're done looking at this thing, you look at some statistics, and then you look at, brand promise and benefits and things of that sort. All right, so let's bring this out a little bit. I'll make this like an auto layout, and I'll just send it down. And I'm doing that because I'm doing it this way because I'm fantastically too lazy to start scaling it down and then rearranging it. So I think I just use auto layout to help me run it. So let me check on my screen. It's looking delightful. Quite delightful even. All right. I noticed that there is a quote mark here. Quote mark, which is why I initially we should have used here. But that's fine. I'm going to reduce the size of this. That's the spacing, so that they're a lot tighter to each other. Maybe, just maybe, I could use a line to demarcate. So something like this. I'll keep this to like 0.6. I'll reduce the opacity to around this, which is fine. And then I'll just come in here and put it there, right there. You see there's a problem, but don't let that deter you. I'll duplicate it, put that there. So now you see that it's unreasonably large, right? It's longer now, which shouldn't be. It's just unreasonably long. So I will just scale it back down to around 70. 70 seems appropriate. 70 seems appropriate. Now I'm trying to figure out where these stats will go to. Trying to figure out where we'll go to, and I think it can just be here. So you can have it work in such a way that as you're scrolling past this section, the stats just, slides softly. Okay, let me just even push it down a little bit. But you can have the slides, stats slide softly as you're just scrolling. It just gives that extra layer of interestingness and character. All right, looking delightful on my screen. But there seems to be a problem. The background of this is white. Why does it not look so white to me? Unless it's my eyes, it's really me. That's cool. So what is next? What is next now is these guys. And I wonder if I should have given them like a different color to like properly segment it. But I don't know. So I'll just duplicate them and I'll just ungroup them. Ungroup. Thank you. So I'll ungroup them, and then we'll just bring them in one by one. Right here. Great. So we basically just have to stretch this thing. We basically have to stretch it. So I learned not so long ago that if you held, oh dear, no wait, no, that's wrong. Wait, I learned long ago that if you held command while dragging this, objects that have different constraints or are not even aligned or even constrained at all on your frame are not interrupted. And it's been a very, very helpful tip. Very helpful. So let's keep this guys here too. Sounds okay. I'll leave it at this. I think the toughest part of this entire design right now is this section. Like how am I going to translate it into, you know, how am I going to translate it? Am I going to translate it into mobile? And it seems like an interesting thing. I don't know how to approach it, to be honest. I really don't. But I can try. I can try. So, scrolling. I really would have loved for a scenario where this thing weren't really scrolling on mobile. Because a lot of people are probably not able to like stick around long enough to actually watch it scroll. So maybe, just maybe, just maybe we could arrange this as a grid. So I'll shift A this, and oh dear Lord, it doesn't work that way. So how do I arrange this so that it follows a grid format? I don't want to do this manually. Damn it. Seems I don't have a choice. So I'll do it. Let me delete this. So I'm thinking maybe do I arrange it in twos? Do I arrange it in threes? Twos arrangement probably looks probable. Arrange it in twos. All right, have all of that here. Okay, that's not gonna happen. Let's see. Yeah, 20 by 20. A fair grid-like arrangement. Everybody is in sync, so we can do it with this and bring this in here into the middle. Okay, so I want, oh man, no, these are basically images, so I can't really even affect them as such, but that's fine. We'll continue. I basically just took those images from the main website. All right, so for this thing, yeah, we'll probably have like a different orientation to it. We'll probably have like a different orientation to it. What we can do is, instead of going through the nightmare of having to recreate this on mobile, which, as we all know, will never work. It will never work. So what can work, on the other hand, excuse me, is we could have the content just appear. We can have the content just appear. Let me adjust the font size of this guy so that it fits nicely in here. And then we can then do interesting things like just slapping the face of the person there. I think that solves that problem rather satisfactorily instead of trying to create, because I can only imagine how something like this would work on mobile. And then you can also go ahead and then, I mean, on the main actual thing, these things which probably just change it by themselves after a given period of time. Let me reduce this a little further. Reduce that. And it's looking good. Looks good, looks good, looks good, looks good, looks good. I think the last part, oh, I forgot to add something. Happy customer stories. So I think I just realized that happy customer stories and the title for this are probably the same height. I mean, this were same font size, which turns out to be true. It's literally the same font size. And I don't think I've determined, what's this, this 24 as well, right? Cool. I don't think I've determined a size bigger than 24. So except for this, which is 50. So let's do something midway and then go for something like 32, if that will work. I want it to look and feel like an actual title. And this is probably like the only title or the only other title that appears on this design. So I think the next thing we want to look at is this guy. The next thing we want to look at is this guy. Take Paga with you, blah, 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 blah. Do we want this image? Like, really, do we want it? To be honest, I don't know, because it's really small. It's really, really small. It's an image so small, you probably will not miss it. Or you probably will miss it, depending on how you choose to look at it. All right, so let's take all of this. So you'll notice that, you know, with mobile, you're basically just working within the confines of, let me drop this to 50. You're essentially working within the confines of your mobile screen. Center you, latch you there, and then, oh boy, it did not work. So maybe, well, this might. Take this, yeah, that works. Take Paga with you, and then add the obligatory download text. Screen print like this, align to the center. Fix that. And then add the play buttons. This is 1, and this is 2. I don't know if they should be wider. Maybe, maybe not, but I think I'll just leave that at this. I think. So let's check what I have on my phone. Check what I have on my phone. It is looking joyous. Oh yes, yes, yes. This looks good. Huh? Weird. Extremely weird. Something is wrong. Something is happening that is not supposed to happen. I'm seeing it happen, and it doesn't make sense that it's happening. Here, that doesn't just add up, and I don't know what it is. And I suspect. So okay, to be honest, I don't even know what to suspect. What are you? Is it gray here? I don't know where that gray is coming from. It can't be. No, it can't. So I'll probably just have to look at all my frames one by one. Mm-hmm. Because this thing looks like it's coming from, I found it. The grid that wasn't supposed to be there. I don't know what it was doing there, but it's no longer there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Question is, why was it there? What intonation prompted it to be there? Okay, I think I suspect what it is. It's this guy. All right, so having tossed all of that, check this out. Yeah. Take out of you. Inch this to a little closer. Inch these guys a little closer here as well. And then Paga is wherever you are. Paga is wherever you are. So let's carry yellow this picture. Yellow day. And then take these guys as well. Okay, so and you can see Paga is wherever you are. So stop. Then so I'm stumped. Okay. Take all of this here, arrange it accordingly, center it, and then your links, bring your links, Shift A. Yes, it's true, I am that lazy. But I want to, what did I do to this other guy? Height of, I wanted my button height to be 64, yes. So let me make this guy 64. Oh boy. Yeah, adjusted. And I wanted this guy to be 20. Same as you, 20. Is 20 correct? Let me confirm. Oh yeah, 20. All right, I got that right. Brilliant. Okay, so I think this is as fine as we can probably get it to be. Yellow day will come. I don't know. Putting yellow day at the bottom doesn't seem to really work for me. So I'll push these guys a little lower and I'll bring yellow day right about here. And I'll reduce, oh boy, she's locked. So I'll reduce her. seems fine with me. And then I'll take these guys and then just keep it right here. So the footer, man, I am not going to touch that footer. Well, I think the footer should be pretty straightforward. It's not really that big a deal. In fact, I'm pretty sure that if I did this, if I took these, just like throw it out, bring this out here as well, and on group, so that everyone knew what they were doing. So I'll just group all these links together. This is for social media. It's Paga's logo. So no, it's wrong. -1. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm just going to select all of these. I'm going to group them. I'm going to duplicate it and I'm going to like group them. You can see that's not going so well at all in any capacity. It's not going well at all in any capacity, no matter how you look at it or think about it. So what you want to do in this scenario is you want everyone to be aligned to the middle. So I need to manually do all of that. Otherwise, it will just have this left side alignment, and that doesn't look good at all for anybody. All right, so having done this, we can then problem solved, problem staying solved. So what I'm going to do now is I'll just take, I'll just take this frame. This is here. The truth is, probably have to be longer. No, definitely have to be longer. So let me see, get that right. I suspect something moved. Okay, let's not do that. Then do that. And then put the footer where it wants to be. Make sure it's center aligned. No. And then stretch it, align it to the middle again, which is fine. So I think it's safe to say we're done in mobile. Yeah, done the mobile design. I must say it looks glorious. Yep, it's good. It does look good. I like the way it looks. Okay, so that is that about that. I think it's fun. We can finally say that we're done with Paga, and I can have rest of mind. So yeah, take care, everyone. Be good, love yourselves, and enjoy the week, the new coming week. I wanted to talk a bit about overlay. Classes are going to be starting on the 3rd. It'll be best for you to book your spot now by visiting overlay.com. the only class, the class that is currently online right now. That's the only class that's going to be on right now is the product design class. That's to learn how to design websites and mobile apps from scratch. And I will be taking that course. The course is extremely beginner friendly, meaning that you don't need to know how to use Figma or any design tool, and you also don't need to know or have any prior design knowledge. Just come as you are, and then we'll make sure that you're able to pick it up from there, and you'll be able to have more design confidence. All right, so that is that about that. Take care. Peace.